How's it going, folks? Cards and Cigars coming at you again with another quick review of a St. Luis Rey Reserva Especial Serie G. And this cigar has been okay. I know it's kind of a lackluster review of a cigar, isn't it? It started off really good. And beautiful wrapper, seamless cap. Minimal veins. You can still see it's just got a beautiful wrapper. Felt really well made. And but the more I'm smoking it, it's starting to canoe a little bit. Not a deal breaker, I know. But now it's getting to a point where you really got to draw on the damn thing to get it to produce any smoke. And it's, at this point, I tried knocking the ash off. That's why the ash is shorter. There was about another 1/2 to 3/4 inch ash on it. But yeah, I don't know what's going on internally. Maybe I should rotate my cigars in that particular humidor more often. I don't know. But it seems like it's getting harder. The draw itself isn't hard, but it's not humidified. I don't think. Maybe this is. I know certain tobaccos are really picky about their humidity. So the only thing I can think is this is one of those cigars that acts like a Cuban. Cubans like a lot less humidity. 62% ish. I'll say 60 to 63, just to be safe. Yeah, for some reason, those tobaccos and those cigars really like lower humidity than other cigars, like 65 and 65 to 70. And really nice aroma. Got a pretty good flavor. The initial light up flavor, there was a little nuttiness with the usual usual suspects, such as cedar and leather, But there's a nuttiness, and again another type of spice that I couldn't put my finger on. But then all that went away after about the first 1/2 inch or so, and it's just gotten into okay tasting tobacco. It's not a bad tasting cigar at all. I did some research before I lit it up because I have a lot of cigars in my stash that I got a long time ago in sampler packs, or whatever the case may have been at the time. But I got a lot of cigars that I really know nothing about. And so yeah, this is one of those ones. I've been eyeing this thing for probably about 6 months. And I finally did some research, and all the research I read said it was medium bodied with good flavor. And I'll give them that. It started off a medium to full, but it's settling down after the first third. It's settled down good, really strong medium. But yeah, I don't know. between, normally I don't complain about a weird burn like that because a lot of times I can get them to straighten out just by drawing on it. But it, it feels like there's a lot of heat coming through with little smoke. If that makes any sense to you. But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of heat, and that's at that far away. I mean, I've smoked cigars down to about this point when I'm just starting to get the heat of the cherry, you know. But this particular one, I don't know if it's tunneling at the center of that cherry or what's going on. Maybe this is just again one of those cigars that likes a lower humidity. I don't know. But it still has good flavor, still has good aroma. Still has a little bit of that spice that I was mentioning. The spice and the nuttiness is very subtle in this. But yeah, I'm not gonna let this make up my mind for this entire line of cigars. Like I said, it could have been my humidity. I haven't rotated them in a while. Could be. Who knows? I mean, there could be any number of reasons why a cigar will do that. And I'm hoping that at this point, I'm thinking that actually might start straightening up, just because of the way it's. Normally, when you get what I call a hook in the ash right there, normally when you start to get that hook, the burn from that point will start to engulf all of this, and it will, instead of being sitting like this, what it'll do is the burn line will do this, and then the rest of the way it'll burn evenly. It started out pretty even, started out burning pretty well. But it just goes to show you never know. You just gotta give them a try. Try them out, see what you think. I would. I'll see if I have any more of these in my collection. If I do, I'll smoke another one and see if it does the same thing. But overall, medium bodied. It's got an okay flavor, you know. So, would I smoke one again? Yeah, I'll smoke another one. If the other one acts like this one's doing, I can't say I'll buy any more, but I'll definitely smoke them. Yeah, you see, still has that hook. It looks like the burn line is starting to even out, but you'll notice the dip of the ash right there is the exact opposite side of where that binder and wrapper is. When it's doing that, it seems to, and there's no scientific explanation behind this. This is just my process of thinking. It's doing that. This up here is starting to put pressure 180 degrees from it, and that is what's causing the ash to kind of flip up a little bit. And until that burn line evens out, see, it's starting to even out a little bit more. that whole section right there is getting less and less. So, I mean, we'll see. I know I'm probably getting too technical for some use. I apologize. That's just how I think of things. I mean, I get technical about everything. It's just me. It's starting to smoke a little bit better. It started out good, and then right in the center of it, it started doing some weird things as far as, like, I was drawing on it and I was getting a lot of heat but no smoke. It was doing things like that. But now I think I've burned past that issue part of it, and I think now it's going to start to straighten out a little bit. So yeah, every cigar is a journey. Every single cigar is a journey. Beautiful cigar though. I mean, even the band is very reminiscent of traditional Cuban style, old world banding on cigars. That's what it reminds me a lot of. So, but anyway, you can see the burn. It's just got that one area, that one side. But it looks like after a while that'll straighten out. It'll self-correct. And yeah, I'm gonna call that good for the St. Luis Rey Reserva Especial Serie G. I'd be really interested to try the Maduros, but those are really good. Maduros in general are good. I just love Maduros and Rosado and Habano wrappers. Love them. So yeah, I'm gonna call that good on this video. Can't say I would recommend it just because of the way it's acting until I smoke another one and I'm able to tell if this was just a humidity issue. Maybe it's my bad. Maybe it is a factory issue in the roll. I don't know. But just by the way it's burning and acting, I'm thinking it's humidity and it's on my part. So, and you can see it's already, it's gotten smaller. So it is starting to self-correct after all this time. It's slower than some other ones do. But it's definitely self-correcting. To me, that's a plus. And you know what? Honestly, the amount of time this has taken, I thought a cigar of, I believe it's a 60 ring gauge. I thought this cigar would take a lot longer than it has. See, it's more and more. It's self-correcting. It's fixing itself. It's taken a while, but it is self-correcting. Start to get these labels off here. But it seems like it's burned awful fast too. I'm just thinking back of all the time I've spent with this cigar. I thought it would last at least an hour. And it still may, there's probably still some good smoking time left in it, which I mean, obviously there is, but you never know. Flavor profile is changing as we speak. It started out good, then it got kind of weird in the middle. Now that it's starting to correct itself, the flavor just got 50 times better since I've been making this video. That last drag was like, wow, okay, what a difference. There's definitely some action starting to go on now, which I'm really liking. That was a really good flavor, and I'm afraid to draw it again too fast because I don't want to burn it. But now let's take a chance. Really mellowing out, medium bodied still, but that spice and flavor is coming back. The spice, and there's the nuttiness, not so much. There was a nuttiness to this in the beginning. That is, it's there, but it's very like way in the background. I mean, you can tell it's there, but it's, you got to really try to pick up on the nuttiness of it. But the spice that's coming through now, it's actually coming through strong, way stronger than when I first started, which I'm finding at the moment very pleasant. Oh, that's good. In that amount of time, this cigar has changed drastically. I mean, that is just where I'm at now. You see that burn? It corrected itself. See, I told you. It corrected itself. It's starting, the burn is starting to get back in line. It's starting to be a nice burn again. And it's starting to smoke better. I'm getting better smoke output of it now. I mean, I had literally, from the beginning of this video, I had literally started losing hope in this cigar. I thought I was just going to toss it. But now it's got some stuff working in it now. It's a completely different cigar than even when I first lit up. It just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen with a cigar. Oh man, that's good. Predominant baking spice. I want to say almost a cinnamon or a nutmeg almost. Predominant baking spice with leather. The leather isn't as strong as it was, but it's definitely present. Little bit of cedar, just a touch of cedar still, but man, that is. I'm actually amazed at how much this cigar has changed just in the, what is it, 19 minutes, 53 seconds. This has changed into a completely different cigar, and it actually seems like it's even starting to, the burn itself is starting to slow down. Remember, that's where that bad spot was. I mean, look at it. I mean, this is just gotten nice again. Like I said, I was starting to worry, but no, this is definitely got some stuff going on now. And it's really weird because, like I said earlier, there was a point up in this section and a little further up of what ash was on there. There was a point where, this whole section of cigar was, I was drawing on it and I was getting a lot of heat, but I wasn't getting a lot of smoke. That makes sense. Now it's getting a pretty good amount of smoke output and no heat. Weird. Really, really good cigar. Hi, Gretchen. Kids let the dog out. Got my Doberman out here now. Okay. Go get him. Go get the... whatever. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Anyways, back to the cigar. It is really weird how some cigars will change on you. Like the last video I did was of that Joyo de Monterrey. And the flavor profile throughout that entire cigar was the same. Not a bad thing. I mean, you definitely know with a Joyo de Monterrey, you definitely know what you're getting from first light, or the first quarter inch of ash. But a lot of other cigars, and you've probably seen other videos, they'll say, okay, the first third, I taste this and this. Getting into the second third, all that went away, now I'm tasting this. Last third, okay, all that went away, but some things from the first third are reappearing. This section of this cigar is so enjoyable. It's like a completely different cigar. I wasn't as enthused about this cigar when I first lit it up. Now I'm really excited about it. There goes the ash. All over me. Like you guys have never done that before, right? We all do. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's kind of a shame. I wish the majority of the cigar was this enjoyable. But it's smoking so well now, and it's got this really good flavor going on now, that I'm really glad I didn't throw this out or just let it burn out and not come back to it. Even with a bad tasting cigar, I mean, within reason, depending on how bad it is. I try to smoke as much of it as I can, not only because I bought it and I want to get the most out of my money, but I want to see if it's going to change. I want to see what it's going to do next, So I think I'm safe at this point in calling this a video on the St. Luis Rey Serie G in natural finish. My opinion on this cigar is, starts out okay. Get into the middle, started to act up and do some funny things, funny flavors, weird burn, and now that the burn's straightened out, this thing is just finishing strong. I mean, this is an excellent tasting cigar at this point. So I'm really hoping all the others don't act like that. But now I'm excited about this line of cigars because, I mean, it's unfortunate that it took all that, you know, I had to go through all that to get to this. But you know what? I'm going to say it was worth it. Definitely worth it, because this is now an excellent tasting cigar. So I'm going to call that a video on this one. Started out kind of middle part was kind of but the finish on this thing, beautiful. Beautiful finish on this. Yep. I'm going to call that good. Call that the end of this video, and I'm going to say happy smoking, folks. Sorry the video's so long. A lot of changes happened.